everyone, myself P. Rashika, working as Assistant Professor in SNS College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. Today we are going to see the topic of microemulsion. Introduction: the microemulsions are clear, therapeutical, and it will be the most important stable emulsion for the preparation of pharmaceutical ingredients, and it will be the more thermodynamically and clear, stable, and isotopic mixtures of oil, water, and surfactant, and it will be frequently combination with the co-surfactant. The concept was first introduced in 1940s by Hoover and Coleman, and who created a clear single phase solution from a milky emulsion using a medium chain alcohol. The Solomon later coined the term microemulsion. The systems from due to ultra low interfacial tension, producing extremely small droplets and typically under the 100 nanometer, making them distinct from ordinary emulsion. Uh, and then the uh, microemulsions or the uh, delicate balance between entropy and surface energy. More dispersed droplets increases entropy but also rises surface free energy due to greater surface area. The surfactant plays a key role, those with the hydrophilic and lipophilic balance, that is the 3 to 6 tend to promote water and oil microemulsion formation, while those HLP value 8 to 10 promote a form oil and water microemulsion. The stability of microemulsion depends on the interfacial tension between the dispersed and continuous phase and influenced by the component selected. And then microemulsion instabilities can be lead to Oswald repining, and it will be small droplet with the resultant increases in the large droplets. Stabilizing against Oswald repining is a critical it because its droplet size is very high and the loss of physical stability of the dosage form. And the microemulsion can be simple by mixing of components and do not require a specific preparations conditions are not required to the microemulsion. And the differences between the microemulsion in emulsion, these are the properties, that is appearance, optical isotopy, interfacial tension, microstructure, droplet size, phase, and viscosity. In microemulsion, their appearance are transparent. In emulsion, it is a cloudy. And optical isotropy, there is a isotropic in nature in microemulsion. In emulsion, it will be an isotropic. Interfacial tension is microemulsion ultra low, and emulsion it will be high. The microstructures of microemulsion are dynamic. In emulsion, it will be static. Droplet size of microemulsion is 20 to 100 nanometer. In emulsion, there is a high 500 nanometer. The phase is a monobasic in microemulsion. Emulsion, there is a bibasic. In viscosity, it when compared to microemulsion, it is a low. In emulsion, it will be high. And then types of microemulsion, there is are three kinds of microemulsion, that is oil dispersed in water. The presence of oil in water droplets is likely to be a characteristic of microemulsion where the amount of oil is low. In water and dispersed in oil, there is a water friction is low when compared to emulsion. In bicontinuous microemulsion may result whether the two phases, that is oil and water, are the equal. Oil and water are the equal. Then application of microemulsion, it is used in the as the carrier for protein and peptide, and topical and transdermal drug delivery, and nanotechnology application in controlled release, colloidal carriers for non-invasive delivery of drug, and then it is a multi-emulsion. Multi-emulsion is known as the uh, multi-emulsion is also known as the polydispersed and polydispersed system. Both oil in water and water and oil emulsion coexist, stabilized the both hydrophilic and lipophilic surfactant, and they are essential emulsion of emulsion in these structures. There is each dispersed droplets can contain smaller droplet forcing vesicle like compartment. The inner aqueous system of phase separated from the outer layer of the by one layer by oil layer, creating a multiple barriers. And then the phase of solute must pass through the middle oil phase, making the system also known as the liquid membrane system, useful for controlled release and the encapsulation. And then the types of multiple emulsion, oil in water and oil emulsion. In oil in water and oil system, the aqueous phase separates the internal and external oil phase. In oil and water oil system, the water droplets may be surrounded by the oil phase. It encloses the one or more oil droplet. In water and oil, it is an organic phase, so separates the internal and external aqueous phase. There is the water and oil emulsion. Water and oil is the dispersed phase. Water is the continuous phase for these multiple emulsion. Possible ductless mechanisms are diffusion and facilitated diffusion, micellar transport, thinning of oil membrane, rupture of oil phase, photoosmotic transport, solubilization of internal phase in the oil membrane. These are the possible drug release mechanisms, and the application of multiple emulsion that are used for controlled and sustained drug release. The control and sustained release are the releasing the site of absorption and rate of release is extended towards the drug release, and enhancing oral bioavailability and oral absorption. The multiple emulsions are enhances the increases the bioavailability from the oral when compared in the stomach. And is the example for heparin, insulin, chrysoflovin. These are the example for enhancing oral bioavailability or oral absorption. Multiple emulsion in cancer therapy. Most anti-cancer drugs are used in the emulsion because they are water soluble, and in the form of emulsion, it is possible to control release rates of medicines and suppressing strong to the drug. Vaccine and vaccine adjuvants. The use of water and oil water emulsion used for controlling the antigens and first reported by hepatitis, and it better immune response than antigen alone. Thank you.